Occurrence of metals. In this video we will find out that how do metals occur in nature. Now we know that metals do not exist in the free state because they are highly unstable. So they exist in the combined state in the form of compounds. Now these compounds can either be found inside the sea water or they can also be found in the earth's crust. Now how can we take out these compounds from the earth's crust? So we have to follow a proper elaborate method to take out the metal from the earth's crust. Now the first of all we will take a huge chunk of rock from the earth's crust, and this rock will, if it contains the compound of the metal that we need, then this rock will be called as a mineral. Now suppose if we want to take out this compound from this mineral, it will be time consuming, but it will not be economical because there is too less of this compound in this rock. So we take another mineral. Now in this mineral there is higher percentage of the compound of metal that we need. Now this mineral will be now called as an ore. So we need an ore to extract metal from it because inside it the percentage of the metal compound is higher. Now from the ore, if we want to now take out the metal, first we will break this huge rock into smaller pieces, and once smaller pieces are done, then we have to powder it. So we put it in the pulverizing machines and convert it into the powdered form. Once it has been converted into the powdered form, now we can see along with the ore there are some impurities also. These impurities are called as gangue. So our next target is to separate the ore from the impurities, that is gangue, and this process is called as concentration or enrichment of the ore. So in this process ore is separated from the gangue. Separation of ore from the gangue can be done by various methods which depend upon the physical and the chemical properties of the ore. A few of the methods are gravity separation, then there is froth flotation process which is done for sulfide ores, and magnetic separation which is done for ores of iron. So once the ore is separated from the gangue, then this ore is further treated to extract metal from it. But till now we have done three terms, so let's revise those. Minerals, which are the elements, are compounds that occur naturally in the earth's crust, and ores are those minerals which contain higher percentage of a particular metal, and metal can be extracted conveniently and profitably from it. And gangue, which is also called as matrix, it is the earthy, sandy and rocky impurity which is associated with the mineral. To obtain metals from their ores is called as metallurgy, and it involves several steps. First step is enrichment of the ore, then extraction of metal from the ore, and then refining of the metal. So these are the three main steps of the process metallurgy. Now in the enrichment of the ore we have just seen ore is separated from the gangue. Extraction of the metal from the ore, in this from the metal compound we take out the metal. And this metal which we have taken out may still has some impurity. So it is that impurity is removed, which is called as refining of the metal. So we are starting with the second step, that is extraction of metal from the ore. But before we start this method, we need to know a few terms. So first term is roasting. In this process, an ore is heated strongly in the presence of excess of air, and it is done for sulfide ore. So if you see this S and S, just to remember that roasting is for the sulfide ore. Another term is calcination. In this again an ore is heated strongly, but here in limited quantity of air, and this is done for the carbonate ore. Now C and C to remember that calcination is done for the carbonate ore. Now we see here the reactivity series. You must have learned the reactivity series. It is the list of the metals which are arranged according to their decreasing reactivity. Now we know that metals of different reactivity can be extracted in different ways. So that is why we have divided this reactivity series into three categories: most reactive, medium reactive, and least reactive metals. Now children, we have given you a method to remember this activity series. Let's revise that. So the method is कालू नाथ कलकत्ता में आलू जीरा फिश पकाकर हाइड्रोजन के साथ कोचीन होकर आगरा आए. Now using the same method we can remember that most reactive metals are from Kalu to Alu. So from Kalu to Alu are the most reactive metals. The next three are medium reactive, which are zinc, iron, lead, and rest all they are least reactive metals. And among the least reactive metals there are two categories. One which are found in the free state, silver, gold, platinum, and others which are found in the combined state. Now we will see that the least reactive metals are found either in the form of their oxides or sulfides. Then medium reactive are found as oxides, sulfides, and their carbonates, while most reactive metals are found as oxides, sulfides, carbonates, as well as their chlorides. Now to extract the metals further, first of all these compounds are converted into their oxides. Now here we have two questions, that why are they converted into oxides, and then how are they converted into oxides. So first we will see why are they converted into oxides. Now we are trying to obtain metal from the compound, and from an oxide it is very easy to obtain a metal by reducing it. But reducing sulfide and carbonate to obtain metal is difficult. So we first convert them into their oxide, and then reduction of this oxide is done to obtain the metal. Now the second question was, how are they converted into their oxides? So let's see, if it is a sulfide ore, it is converted into oxide by the process of roasting. But if it is a carbonate ore, then it is converted into oxide by the process of calcination. So once they are converted into their oxides, then we can do their reduction. Now we know that these metals are of different reactivity, and metals of different reactivities can be reduced by using different methods. So first of all we see oxides of the least reactive metals. Now these metals are so less reactive that they easily leave this oxygen simply by heating. So least reactive oxides are reduced by heating only. Metal oxides of medium reactivity cannot be reduced simply by heating, so they need a reducing agent for their reduction, which can be coke or aluminium. Most reactive metal oxides cannot even be reduced by using a reducing agent. So we perform the process of electrolysis for this, and that is why it is called as electrolytic reduction. So now we revise that the metal oxides of most reactive metals can be reduced by electrolytic reduction. Medium reactive oxides are reduced using a reducing agent, and least reactive metal oxides can be reduced simply by heating.